Heart with an SUV soul. Test drive yours today at Cars Plus. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime, Nestor Lecanto recaps some of the highlights from the governor's address last night. Plus, with over 5,000 sailors aboard, the USS Ronald Reagan makes Guam port call. And what goes into producing the 2022 Pacific Mini Games, our Tomas Magonia provides a report. These stories and so much more right here, right now on your news leader, the voice of the Marianas.
Confident good evening, everyone. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. Guahusi Isaiah again, and thank you for joining us. In tonight's top story, Governor Lulian Guerrero delivered her State of Island address last night. The hour-long speech was punctuated by multiple rounds of applause led by her many cabinet members in attendance. The governor unveiled a number of new initiatives. Here's KUAM's Nestor Lecanto with a recap of just a few of them.
That keeps up with the cost of living.
Pocketbook issues were the focus of the speech, the governor noting how the pandemic has had a dramatic impact on the cost of living. Among the first issues she addressed were soaring power rates. She proposed that every residential ratepayer receive a $100 monthly credit to immediately offset the cost of power for the next 5 months, the money to come from excess general fund revenues.
Send me a bill authorizing this credit and I will sign it.
We spoke with GPA Assistant General Manager for Administration Tritsi Limtiaco, who said they still need the details, but believes they'd be able to implement the credit pretty quickly. The governor also signed an extension today of the Programan Salapi, $500 to be used at the discretion of low to middle income qualifiers.
If you qualified for round 2 of Programan Salapi, you don't have to do anything. You will automatically get a $500 check in the same manner. Those who did not apply for round 2 can still get this $500 by applying for Programan Salapi 3.
And the governor also said she's working with the Guam Solid Waste Authority on free trash collection for every household.
This $12 million investment is good for our people, good for our economy, and good for our environment.
But the opposition party Republicans reacted to the proposals with a good measure of caution. Here's Minority Leader Senator Chris Duenas.
Again, going over the numbers just for this budget alone, the teacher pay, $35 million. This power program by legislation from the general fund is $25 million. It was what my quick math came up to. We've got the law enforcement pay, and we've got between 5 and 20% is what the agencies have been asking in excess. So I think we're going to have the budget chair immediately sit down and take all these monies into account, simply because I don't think the math adds up at this point.
The governor also sought the business community's help on some other substantive issues: paid family leave, an upcoming job fair with over 500 private sector openings, and economic diversification, with undersea cables laying the groundwork for a Guam technology ecosystem. One other grand proposal is for universal health care. She said lowering the costs, beginning with government workers, is more than a moral obligation. It is an economic mandate. The details on this and other proposals are still to come. For KUAM News, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Government revenue collections leveled off last month. The latest report from the Budget Bureau shows a $2 million dip in revenues, but they are still tracking more than $85 million more than projected. KUAM's Nestor Lecanto once again here with the breakdown.
The latest Consolidated Revenue and Expenditure Report for May shows collections tracking at more than $85 million over adopted projections, or 12.13% higher than expected. But that's actually a $2 million drop-off from April, when revenues were tracking at more than $87 million higher. We should note, though, that April is when income taxes are due and is typically one of the best revenue months for the government. Comparing the last 2 months, total income tax collections in April were tracking $47.9 million higher than projected. In May, they were tracking $7 million less at $40.5 million. April's individual income taxes were tracking $35.7 million more than expected, but that dipped to $28.1 million in May. Corporate income tax revenue edged higher, though, from $2.8 million in April to $3.3 million in May. Withholding tax revenue was tracking $9.3 million higher in April, but dipped slightly to $9.1 million in May. Finally, gross receipts tax saw a nice boost, with collections going from $41.2 million more than expected in April to $47.1 million in May. Overall, with 4 months to go in the fiscal year ending September 30, GovGuam is still projecting a healthy surplus, or as the Budget Bureau prefers, revenues in excess of adopted projections. The full-year revenue projection was $706,866,000, but they're tracking to end the year at $792,074,000, or $85,708,000 more than expected. For KUAM News, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Aircraft carrier USS Ronald Reagan made a port call today at U.S. Naval Base Guam. Along with 5,000 of its crew, they are here to enjoy some shore liberty and give back to the community. With the details, here's KUAM's Noah Matavia.
Thousands of sailors serving aboard the USS Ronald Reagan get to have some fun in the sun for the next few days. 4 of the crew aboard the aircraft carrier have Guam roots and look forward to spending time with friends and family and spreading the Hafaday spirit. The last time the Reagan made port on island was back in August 2020 during the height of the COVID pandemic. After taking part and completing Exercise Valiant Shield just a couple days ago, the sailors looked to unwind and enjoy Guam's hospitality. The last time Boatswain's mate 3rd Class Linnea Green was on island was when she was 3 years old. She shared what she's looking forward to while here.
All the local food, all the Chamorro food, and experiencing all the sightseeing that I don't really remember when I was 3, so experience it all. I have a few friends that I want to take around, show sightseeing spaces, spots to go to, all the good food, not just American food that everybody's used to, but the local food that we all enjoy.
All 4 sailors with Guam ties were welcomed back with open arms by family and friends, and Master at Arms 3rd Class Michael Leon from Hoggett was no exception. Leon told KUAM his plans while he's back home.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my family for coming here, but if I'm gonna be honest, I was really excited about my other half being here with me. I got to visit the beaches out here. You know, it's kind of hot out today, so it's a perfect day to go beaching. And I just want to spend time with my friends and my family. I just miss my mom's cooking, so that's the first thing I'm going to eat when I get home.
According to Captain Fred Goldhammer, commanding officer of the Reagan, crew members of the aircraft carrier will be doing some volunteer work to give back to the community. These include helping out at the Guam Animals in Need Shelter, conducting general maintenance at the Guam Memorial Hospital, as well as beautifying Island Girl Powers facilities and organizing their thrift store. A total of 47 sailors from the Reagan will be taking part in the community service events. Reporting for KUAM News, I'm Noah Maravilla.
The Republican team of former Governor Felix Camacho and Senator Tony Ada are the latest gubernatorial team to officially file their candidacy with the Guam Election Commission. They will run unopposed in the August primary. Also filing today were former Attorney General Douglas Moylan, who is running for his old job, and 2 more have filed for the legislature. They are former Senator Kelly Marsh Taitsono and Cannabis Board member Will Parkinson. Both are running as Democrats. In education news, active shooter awareness will be the opening discussion of the Guam Department of Education's annual School Safety Conference, which is scheduled to be held next week. Here's more.
In light of the recent school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, which is the highest school violence incident ever recorded in the U.S., the Guam Department of Education's annual School Safety Conference will open up with active shooter awareness. Tom Babauta, the Assistant Superintendent for Special Education at the Guam Department of Education, told KUAM News that the island's largest school system wants everyone from school personnel, students, and families are prepared as much as possible when an active shooter is on campus.
When safety is involved, tough, realistic training is what we need. We need to know what a gunshot sounds like. We need to know where everyone's going to go and how long they have to get there, so these are the drills that we're going to be going over, in addition to many others.
GDOE Administrator for Student Support Services, Christopher Anderson, explained that the active shooter awareness will be broken into a 3-phase training program to increase participant knowledge.
Phase 1 obviously will be the active shooter awareness at the plenary session on day 1. However, it's not going to just end at the conference. We'll pivot to phase 2 after the conference where we're going to do tabletop exercises with, our school communities, along with, the law enforcement personnel who are part of the active shooter awareness training. They'll be working with us, all the different schools throughout the school year, to do tabletop exercises and test their plans. And then we'll close out with phase 3, which will be facilitated by Homeland Security, and it's going to entail a full-scale exercise involving one high school and multiple response agencies.
Private schools as well as GDOE faculty and staff will join via Zoom, while the over 300 registered school administrators will attend the conference in person at T10 High School. Meanwhile, over 30 workshops from working with students, building personnel skills and development, understanding safety and security, and managing health will be provided at the School Safety Conference, which is themed Safety and Health of Our Work. The goal is to supply the necessary tools to engage our school communities in healthy learning environments. It will feature professionals in fields of education, health, public policy, and law, and others who will provide training and information in the critical core areas of school safety and security, trauma-informed services, law, policy and advocacy, and mental behavioral public health. For more information, email cjanderson@gdoe.net, tinapoti@gdoe.net, or call 671-300-1623 or 24.
Still to come on your news leader, voter registration at the Guam Memorial Hospital, and more from the 2022 Pacific Mini Games. These stories and more coming up next on KUAM News Primetime.
Northern Marianas, rise up to the challenge! June 17th through June 25th, the Northern Marianas will be hosting the NM Pacific Mini Games 2022. Athletics, badminton, baseball, beach volleyball, golf, tennis, triathlon, va'a, and weightlifting. Visit northernmarianas2022.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks to the Tensulin Foundation, Joe Tendada Foundation, T Galleria, Docomo Pacific, ITNE, NMC, Elan Group, Marpac, Fish Sky Scuba Charter, Atkins Kroll, Glorified City Limit, McDonald's, Mobile, Triple J, NM Tech, and Bank of Guam.
With Prism Home Wi-Fi, I'm not just getting smart Wi-Fi that adapts and delivers consistent speeds that cater to my lifestyle needs.
I'm getting peace of mind with real-time online security that monitors every device on my network. Parental controls with the ability to filter age-appropriate content for my child.
For a limited time, sign up for Home Internet 50 or higher and get a free Prism Wi-Fi pod. Plus, new and upgrade customers will get a free $100 Hulu gift card. GTA, we start with you.
The rising cost of living is affecting all of us on Guam. Our administration has expanded a program. We want to pay for your child's daycare up to $675 a month per child. This means more money in your pocket to pay for other expenses like the cost of gas and groceries. The Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration is investing in Guam's future, and that starts by supporting our working families. We are all in this together, Guam.
This ad is paid for by government funds of the Office of the Governor and the Department of Public Health and Social Services.
Hafide Guam, this is Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. Our administration is hosting the Governor's Island-wide Job Fair. More businesses are hiring, and we are leading the growth of our workforce. This is the largest job fair our island has seen in the last 15 years. There are a variety of fulfilling industry opportunities available to you in food and beverage, hospitality, truck driving, construction, HR, telecom, finance, ship repair, and many more. Whether you're just starting your career, switching careers, or have years of experience, there's always room for growth. The Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration is investing in Guam's future, and this starts with you. Join us on Friday, July 1st at the Riga Royal Laguna Resort from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This ad is supported by Employment and Training Program funds from the U.S. Department of Labor as part of an award totaling $4.4 million with 0% financed by non-governmental resources.
Subscribe to our KUAM News Digest, our weekly email newsletter with all kinds of information straight to your inbox. Just subscribe and we'll make sure to keep you informed and entertained with news from the KUAM News team, what to watch on NBC and CBS, and the latest promotions from KUAM Communications. Go to KUAM.com, click on the newsletter tab at the top of the homepage, register, and you're all set. Brought to you by Uno Go, Guam on Demand.
Welcome back to your news leader. With the soaring prices of food on the shelves, KUAM's Hannah Devonzo went out into the community to see how island residents are managing the increase in costs.
It's an essential means to everyday life, having food stocked in the fridge. The rise in grocery prices have not gone unnoticed for island residents.
Getting high. Not going down, getting high. It's difficult to me. It's hard because, I'm not working, but it's very high now.
A little bit expensive.
Chief People Officer for Payless Supermarkets, Luis Borja, explained that their prices are going up due to global inflation.
Services are going up, fuel prices are going up, so it's just an accumulation of many things, including our product prices as well as the shipping, of course. So there's many things that are a factor on why our prices are going up.
With the rising costs, many residents have had to cut out the extra luxuries.
We eat at home 90% of the time, so that even when we go out, we don't eat out because of, we're trying to make ends meet.
The best thing I can do is, I cook at my home and stay at home.
We're just trying to work harder in order to live.
Some have even resorted to ordering groceries from off-island.
Oh, it's impacted me a lot. What we've ended up doing is we do a lot of our shopping at Walmart.
According to Borja, when inflationary costs go down, customers will see a drop in their products as well. Hannah Devonzo for KUAM News.
A man involved in the May shooting at the Paseo parking lot appeared before Magistrate Judge Jonathan Kwan today in court. As KUAM News reported, 23-year-old Marson is one of several men involved in the incident at Paseo, where they allegedly swung machetes, damaged vehicles, and chased individuals. Marson is pleading not guilty and is asserting his right to a speedy trial. Presiding Judge Alberto Lamarena will be overseeing the next hearing. She allegedly used a frying pan to attack a woman and damage her property. 34-year-old Jenry Raymond was arrested after she allegedly used the frying pan to damage car windows and attacked a woman known to her after she asked for her dress back. Court documents state Raymond pulled her hair, threw her to the ground, scratched her face, and punched her multiple times. Raymond also had an active bench warrant for her arrest in another case that was pending, where she assaulted a peace officer and possessed an open container in her vehicle. She's being charged with criminal mischief as a third-degree felony with a notice of a felony on felony release, family violence as a third-degree felony with a notice of felony on felony release, and family violence as a misdemeanor. In other news, it's another sign that Guam is entering an election season. The Guam Memorial Hospital, in partnership with the Guam Election Commission, is holding voter registration stations at the healthcare facility. GMHA spokesperson Cindy Hansen provided the details.
We're doing them twice a day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon on Thursday and Fridays for the next 4 weeks. So the first one was this morning at 7, and the next one will be this afternoon at 3. So that will be the times of the 2 sessions over the next 2 weeks moving forward. We believe it's very important to vote. Everyone should exercise their right to vote and help make decisions going forward about Guam's future. So we are thrilled to be able to hold these voter registration clinics.
The voter registration stations are located at GMHA's main facility at the first floor lobby area. Over in the Northern Marianas is one of the largest multi-sport events in Oceania, and broadcasting the Pacific Mini Games to the rest of the world is no mini task. KUAM's regional correspondent Tomas Manglotnia files this report on the people behind the cameras.
This is my biggest production ever, and I myself did not fully comprehend the magnitude of it until we were in the thick of it.
Through rain and in scorching heat, over 60 volunteer broadcasters ranging from high school teens to those in their 50s are bringing the mini games to screens in homes across the Pacific.
We're covering 9 sports, 11 venues, dozens of events, hundreds of athletes, thousands of officials and spectators.
They're covering 80% of the games across Rota, Tinian, and Saipan. At any given time, there could be at least 8 live streams.
It's one thing to do a live stream for one event, but to cover this many events at this magnitude is mind-boggling. So what we had to do was train all the volunteers. And I think the really cool thing is that a week before the games, many of these volunteers, a majority of them, had never touched a camera before.
Now they're trained in operating high-end HD cameras, video switchboards, streaming software, and graphic overlays.
Being in touch with them, communicating with them, troubleshooting, helping them respond, adapt, and innovate, they've been amazing.
No matter the circumstance, the show will go on.
It's so wonderful that we're able to bring this story to the entire Pacific.
Tomas Maglonia for KUAM News on Saipan.
Stay tuned. Up next, KUAM Zay Delgado with your roundup of local sports. And we actually introduce you to 2 top students at Tinian Junior High School for tonight's Ahead of the Class. Stay tuned.
Guam is truly a majestic place with its sheer natural beauty, wealth of beaches, and culturally rich landscape. Unfortunately, Guam has a real problem with unwanted invasive species. Help us in preventing their introduction and spread. The coconut rhinoceros beetle, the little fire ant, the African snail, Siam weed. These are just a few of the numerous invasives on Guam. Follow proper custom procedures when bringing plants and animals into Guam.
Help protect Guam. Tell your family and friends about invasive species.
To report invasive species, call 475-PEST.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
My classic and spicy popcorn chicken with 100% all-white meat chicken and good sauce.
Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot.
Pop my classic and spicy 50-50 popcorn chicken combo. Order on the Jack app today.
Lunches. Snacks. We got diapers for baby girl. Oh, 7:15, we gotta go. Bread, milk, gas for work. Remember to grab Joe Boy a birthday present. Half a day.
Hey, Molly, how much do you pay for daycare for the kids?
Over $600 a month. It's expensive.
Did you hear about the governor's program that covers up to $675 a month for childcare?
Wow, that would be a lifesaver with the rising costs of everything.
Check guamchildcare.com to apply. We qualified. I even booked an appointment for someone to walk me through the process.
guamchildcare.com. Okay, thanks. I'll apply today.
This ad is paid for with federal funds administered by DPHSS.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Team Guam picked up a big win in baseball at the 2022 Pacific Mini Games in Saipan. Guam handed Palau their first loss of the game 7-2 last night at the Francisco Tan Co M. Palacios baseball field. Guam scored 6 runs in the first and 1 in the top of the 6th inning. With the win, Guam is in a 3-way tie for first place with Palau and host country Anamai. Franklin Annette Jr. got the win on the mound for Team Guam. In tennis news, Guam's doubles tennis team of Camden Camacho and Armand Sachdev advances to the semifinals. Team Guam beat Vanuatu 6-4 6-4, setting up a match against top seed NMI. In athletics, good luck to Derek Mendel, Terrence Johnson, and Hugh Kent as they hit the track for the men's 5,000-meter finals tonight at the Oleai Sports Complex Track and Field. Nathan Castro will be representing Guam in the men's 400-meter finals tonight. Castro will also be competing in the 4x100 relay finals along teammates Joseph Green, Joffrey Limtiaco, and Jovan Pineda. The Pony Youth Baseball Academy finished up another successful and fun week-long academy for aspiring Guam youth baseball players at the Triple J Guam baseball fields at Ukuru High School. The academy consisted of daily warm-ups, stretching, simulated games, group and individual training stations. The players also received daily presentations about healthy lifestyles, focusing on the effects of tobacco, drugs, and alcohol on individuals, families, and the community. Now for some basketball highlights from the Ballers Summer League.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific. Better together.
The rising cost of living is affecting all of us on Guam. Our administration has expanded a program. We want to pay for your child's daycare up to $675 a month per child. This means more money in your pocket to pay for other expenses like the cost of gas and groceries. The Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration is investing in Guam's future, and that starts by supporting our working families. We are all in this together, Guam.
This ad is paid for by government funds of the Office of the Governor and the Department of Public Health and Social Services.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Yeah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
Welcome back to KUAM News Primetime. For tonight's head of the class, we head over to Tinian Junior High School.
Congratulations, class of 2022, presented by the University of Guam.
Hi everyone, my name is Isa Ha'ani Long. I live on the island of Tinian, where I've attended Tinian Junior Senior High School, and I graduated as the valedictorian for the class of 2022. So some highlights of my high school experience would have to be being in the ROTC program. I was able to compete in the Golden Bear Nationals 2 years out of my high school career, freshman year and senior year, and I was able to place in those competitions with my team, so it was a really great experience being able to meet new people from different islands as they would compete with us as well, and then schools from all over. So after high school, I will be attending Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts, where I plan to obtain an undergraduate degree in biology. Right now, I don't really have an ultimate career goal, but I just know that I want to be happy in whatever I choose to do for the rest of my life, and that I'm passionate about it, and that I'm helping people along the way. So maybe something in medicine. I definitely see myself pursuing more education after I get my undergraduate degree. My name is Cielo Long. I attend Tinian High School in Tinian, and I am the graduating class of 2022 salutatorian. Some highlights in my high school career include serving my community through various organizations like NHS, ROTC, and OHALA. But aside from that, placing first in my first ever bikini bodybuilding show was such a rewarding experience. Not so much for the win, but it just taught me that I could handle things with discipline and set my mind to do absolutely anything. My biggest mentor throughout my high school career would definitely be for Sergeant King. When I entered ROTC as a freshman, he fully believed in me and my potential and never gave up on me even when I was ready to give up on myself. So I can't thank him enough for everything. After high school, I will be attending Harvard University in Boston, Massachusetts. Ultimate career goal would to hopefully one day graduate with a law degree and come back to the Marianas serving as a politician.
Congratulations, class of 2022, presented by the University of Guam.
We wrap up tonight's show with your birthday shoutouts. Here's KUAM's Jason Solis.
Thursday is your day. See kind of what I did there? Sorry everybody. But nonetheless, happy birthday to Shane Anthony Toves Uggan, who celebrates birthday number 14 this year. And Shane, many more blessings are coming your way with lots of love from your families. Multiple, more than one. So you are getting a lot of love and a lot of support. Your families are very, very proud of you. Lawrence Lazama, happy birthday blessings to you, good sir. Love, your adoring familia. And a happy belated birthday going out to Kohana Sham, otherwise known as Koku, who was born on the 22nd. Happy birthday! This is coming from Papa Ton, Grandma Mar, Grandma Pocket, Leia, Kai Kai, Mommy, Daddy, and the entire familia. And they say, quite simply, but very, very effectively, we love you so much. So Shane, Lawrence, and Koku, we celebrate each and every one of you because you are awesome. And it's your birthday.
You can be a part of our Coach Stone Creamery Birthday Club by checking out KUAM.com. And that's going to do it for us.